Hey guys, we are here to read a little bit more about Alana Turner, and I'm doing this for Kimmy, who's on my channel and has emailed me and asked me to. And I said, sure, I'll probably have time next weekend, and that was probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 weekends ago. But such is my life, and it's super busy right now. So, I hope everybody understands. I'm going to try to get a few readings in this weekend. So, thank you. I see that some of you are putting your readings in, your requests in for readings, and I will look at them and pull out a few and see what I can do. This one's going to be kind of quick because I have read on this girl before, I believe. I'm not going to go back and watch that reading. I just don't have time. But this is a weird story. So, Alana Turner, she was only 28 years old. Um, Nice looking girl. I guess she was at a friend's house the evening she went missing, or then maybe she went missing in the morning. Right before she went missing, she was at a friend's house. This is an odd story. She went out to her car, and they think she had some sort of maybe medication reaction. She was on two different medications, and they said she like couldn't find her way back in, so she went to sleep in her car. It's kind of strange, but things happen. And then a police officer pulled up, saw her sleeping in her car, and she got scared, I guess, and locked her door when he was trying to get her to come out. And then he did something which I think is, I'm just going to say it, batshit crazy. Who does this? He picked up a 2x4 in 28-year-old young girl. I mean, take a look at her. She's not anybody that looks scary. I'm just going to pull up her picture so you guys can see. So she's in her car. She locks the door because she's scared. And we all know there are people that impersonate police officers, and who knows what was going through her mind. She was having a medication reaction. We just don't know. She had, I mean, here's a picture of her. Does she look scary in any way? I always have such a hard time showing pictures, but okay. You know, she doesn't look like she's going to hurt anybody, does she? That's the best I can get it at an angle. So he breaks her window with a 2x4 while she's in the car. Of course she freaks out. Who wouldn't? I'd freak out too if a cop came and started breaking my window with a 2x4 while I'm in the car. She speeds away. She's freaking out. She goes through a fence. She goes through a pasture. She goes into a wooded area. She jumps out. She has no shoes on. She's wearing a dress. She runs through the woods trying to get away from what she thinks is a madman, right? He just tried to break her window with a 2x4 of all things. And she's running away from him. She crosses a creek at one point, they believe. They found some of her footprints. She has never been found. They think she got to a road. Did somebody pick her up? I don't know. I don't know if this is the one that my first reading said she might have been with an old boyfriend or something. I'm not sure. I've read on so many people. And like I said, I don't have time to go back. But we're going to read about her today because things change, as we all know. And this is a really, really unfortunate case. She didn't have a history of, any kind of police involvement that I'm understanding before this happened. She didn't have a drug history. She just seemed like a regular girl, maybe some mental health issues at one point because she had PTSD, they said. Here's the worst part of the case, which I really, really don't like. I don't like these police. I don't like Harris County Sheriff's Department. I just don't. Because EquiSearch was searching for her, but they had to call off the search because not only did these idiots break her window with a 2x4 and scare the bejesus out of her, and are probably realistically the people to blame for her disappearance, but on top of that, they issued a felony for her running away from the police officer. And at the point they issue a felony, EquiSearch can no longer search for her. That's their policy. So they stopped searching for her. Now that's crappy. I'm sorry, but it just is. I'm going to call it what it is. That's their policy. I totally respect their policy, but why did the Harris County Sheriff's Department have to go and do that, while people are searching for her? Like, could they have not waited just a little while? Anyway, you saw her picture. Does that look like a felon? I'm just saying, let me focus on this girl for a few minutes. Alana Turner, God bless her. She's been through the ringer. This girl, Kimmy, that's been emailing me about her, asked me some very specific questions, which are the ones I'm going to ask. So I'm just kind of focusing, honing in on her, and asking for everyone to come through and help me. Alana Turner. So the first question is that Kimmy asked was, does she want to be found? I mean, my thoughts are if she wanted to be found, she could be found, right? So I don't know about that question. It's not something I would normally ask, just because logic to me says, well, she could be if she wanted to be. This is somebody that's super anxious, somebody that's super scared to move, scared to do anything. This person's tied up. Their thoughts got the best of them. I think it's a really good card that represents her at the moment she disappeared. If she does want to be found, maybe she's too scared to be found, right? She freaked. We are going to ask if she's alive or not. Kimmy wants to know, and I think a lot of people are suspecting something happened to her, and she may not be. So she's been missing for a while now. I can't remember exactly how long. You know what? I can look it up. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Has been missing for, it said 5 days. And when was that? It doesn't have a date on it. May? No, March 9th. She had stayed at her best friend's house. March 9th. So she went missing like March 10th, March 9th, March 10th. Let's ask her current physical state, because this is what Kimmy was really hoping for. So when I ask current physical state, I'm really asking, is she in a body, breathing, walking around, having a human experience in a human body, in a warm human body here on Earth? So we'll ask for a card about that. And I do have cards that tell me that somebody is no longer having a human experience. If I get one of those cards, I'll tell you that I've gotten it. Let's see. Alana Turner having a human experience here on Earth. I mean, honestly, it looks like she is. It looks like she may have gotten a ride. I think this is what we got for her before. This is the card of travel. The chariot, charge of your own fate also. This is telling the truth. It looks like she may have traveled with somebody. Kind of got that feeling from her before. I know, Kimmy, you said you didn't think she was alive, but my cards are kind of alluding to her being alive and potentially not alone. That's what I'm getting. She did leave her purse, her phone, everything important to her, because she freaked and she ran. So Kimmy also wanted to know what's behind the extended disappearance, right? We can understand her freaking out, but why would she still be disappeared all this time later? So what is behind this extended disappearance? I'm honestly not getting a card that says she's passed. Alana Turner. What's behind her disappearance? So this is somebody's let their ships out to sail and is kind of waiting for them to come in. So we could take that several ways. In this reading, I'm going to take that as kind of what's coming for her. She knows she's done an action, right? She knows she's put an action into place, and now she knows there's going to be a reaction, something that's going to come from that. In this case, not the greatest, right? Not the greatest result when she ran and she became a felon and the police are after her. Now she knows something's going to happen because of that. So that would be behind her disappearance. This is also the Wheel of Fortune. So she's, hoping that, hoping things will be better. She has the knowledge that she's reading and she understands. She knows that this isn't good. She's hoping that just being away will be better than facing the music, if you will. Okay, so where can she be found? Tell us about where Alana K. Turner can be found. Where can she be found? Tell us about where she can be found. We're going to ask for a landmark too. Where can she be found? This one too. Where can Alana Turner be found? Well, that's Temperance reversed. Usually I don't read reversals. Temperance is a card of balance. This card is a card of being imbalanced when it's reversed, right? So it's not being imbalanced. I wonder about her mental state still with the reverse Temperance, to be honest with you. Temperance also is an angel card when it's upright. And that if it was upright, I would think she may have passed, but being that it's reversed, not 100% sure on that. Didn't look like she was before, to be honest with you. So I'm still going with, well, let's ask for clarification. Clarification on that Temperance, since I don't read reversals usually. And I probably never will. That just seems like a lot of extra work, and there's a lot of cards in this deck that I can usually get what it is. So tell me a little bit more about that Temperance, if you could just clarify. It's this one right here. So this one is building things up. I do think she's with a man. I think this card is that again. Someone who likes her. I don't think she's real stable right now, though, honestly. I don't know exactly what her mental state is, but it looks very nervous. Does she want to be found? We have that high anxiety of the Eight of Swords. And I think she's with a man. It looks like she is. We got that with the Chariot, too, that she was with somebody else. It appears she is. Let's see what else we got for this one. Let's ask if she got a ride at the road. Let's just ask about that. Did Alana Turner get a ride at the road? Did she get a ride at the road, Alana Turner? Let's see what happened to her. Alana Turner, did she get a ride at the road? I mean, she was out there by herself, so I don't know how she would have got a ride. This is strength. This is like, someone else providing, I feel in this case, assistance. And this person is being the fool. So I feel like she hiked a bit. It's interesting. These are both major arcanas too. I'm just going to put my hand over them because that usually tells me quite a bit. I think she walked for quite a ways. Much further than maybe they gave her credit for. Maybe she crossed that road and kept going. Yeah. It's interesting how these cards are very similar in color too and in background. And I just don't get that very often, so I'm pointing it out. I feel like she hiked for quite a while. I do. I feel like that strength came from in her. And she went. She kept going. Now the fool's about ready to walk off a cliff, so let's just ask if she got injured out there. Was she injured to the point that it caused her major bodily harm? And not a scratch, right? Was she injured with major bodily harm? I feel like she kind of think she went further than anybody guesses. Was she injured? Here's a man again. I just feel like there's this man, you know. The injury I think may have been like mental because we have this person with something wrapped around their head. Either she had a little head injury, doesn't look serious to me, or um, or she actually was, mentally injured by the situation. But I do again think she's with a man. Everything's popping me back to her being with a man. Someone may have picked her up. That's what it looks like. Let's ask for the closest known landmark. Closest known landmark around here. I don't feel like she's as mentally stable as she could be. Closest known landmark. Closest known landmark. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is I always think of this like a park scene, kind of a nice area. We got this with Nicola Bowley, remember? And she was right outside that gate. She had gone through that gate, and she was in an area where, well, she was by the lake or by the river. But there was an area that was very similar to this, and it kind of looked like, okay, here's a fence you walk through, and then you go forward into like the little path that as she was walking by the river. So we have a similar situation like that. Hopefully this is not kicking us back to the Nicola Bowley reading. But I do bring it up because that's what came to my mind when I saw it. So this is something that I don't know why I'm thinking camping or things like that, but outside or in a peaceful area, kind of getting like, I don't know why, new beginnings, I am getting outside. Oh, she's camping outside. That seems so bizarre for this long. Does that even seem possible? I guess she's in a warm area though, isn't she? I'm gonna ask for clarification on that. I don't know the area. If there's anything that reminds you of this. Looks like an outdoor area. Clarification on landmark, closest known landmark. Tell us about closest known landmark. Closest known landmark. Okay, we got 2 on this one. Well, this is somebody working, and it is somebody working outside. So, yeah, that's interesting. This guy's doing woodworking, and he's doing it outside. There's something about being outside, kind of in the woods, but working too. I don't know how to put that together. We'll find out. Then we've got this King of Swords again, closest known landmark. We already had another king. We had the Chariot with somebody, a guy in control. Could a guy have her? Somebody pick her up? Is she there unwillingly? Let me just ask that, because a guy has her. It looks like it anyway. Tell me about Kay Alana Turner willingly being with this person. Kay Alana Turner willingly being with somebody else. Tell me about her willingly being with somebody else, because anybody could have found her. Where there again is a man, the Emperor. She's with a man. I mean, she just is. Sometimes Emperor's even a father, but it sounds like her father didn't know where she is. Not from the videos I was watching, but we've got too many men here for me to believe she's not with a man. I do believe she's with a man. Emperor can be very like rule oriented, and this is the way it is. I don't see her being with a man against her will, though. Not from what I'm seeing. Just looks like she is with a man. I think that's what we got before. So I think she's hiding out. Somebody's kind of looking out for her. whoever this is and hiding her. And I think that's just the arrangement right now, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Let me see if she's going to be found. Tell me about her being found. Kay Alana. Why do I want to call her Mary Kay? Kay Alana Turner. I just keep wanting to say that. Kay Alana Turner. Tell me about her being found. Tell me about her being found. Well, this is the Knight of Wands. That again is a man. Traveling with a man. I think right now she's traveling. She's kind of in this like outdoor situation. I don't know. Does somebody travel for work? I don't know if she's going to be found. I just don't know. I think she's on the move. That's what it looks like to me. We've got the chariot on the move. We've got this guy on the move. We've got kind of the outdoor scene. So maybe they're like, I don't know, going from park to park or workplace to workplace. And does he have a camper? Or are they camping? Or just going from place to place. And that's where they are right now. I don't think she's dead. Not from what I'm seeing. I think she's with a man. All right, Kaylana Turner, 28 years old. There you have it.